I am Ronnie Johnson, President of the Community Foundation of Muncie and Delaware County, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 25th anniversary celebration of your Community Foundation. To take us back to the beginning, let me introduce a man who accepted the assignment 26 years ago to find out if a community as small as Delaware County could possibly support a foundation. Join me in welcoming a past president of the Community Foundation and chairman emeritus of First Merchants Corporation, our very good community friend, Mr. Steve Anderson.
Thank you, Ronnie. 1984 seems like a long time ago. That was the year the Baltimore Colts moved to Indianapolis. Amadeus won the Oscar, Ronald Reagan won the election, and Donald Duck and I, incidentally, turned 50. That was also the year, as Ronnie has said, that Ed Ball asked me to convene a committee to look into the idea of starting a community foundation here. Meeting at the Merchants National Bank and Ontario Corporation, our study group envisioned a different kind of organization. One dedicated to maximizing grants and minimizing overhead.
We've come a long way, but so where do we go from here? What's next for your Community Foundation? To answer those questions, I can think of no better person than our current board chair, who, as co-founder and senior vice president of Ontario Systems, seems to know a thing or two about the future. May I please introduce Mr. Ron Farquhar.
Well, thank you, Ronnie, and thank you to all of the visionary leaders, certainly Steve Anderson among them, who brought us to where we are today, 25 years of success. A few minutes ago, Steve mentioned that the foundation had always measured success, not by the value of its assets, but by both the number, the amount, and the impact of its grants. So what does success look like in 2010? And what will it look like as we move forward? Let's find out. I want to begin by sharing a few facts that might surprise you a little. I think these facts illustrate the difference that the foundation is making in our community right now. For example, did you know that last year the foundation awarded grants to more than 50 nonprofit organizations right here in Delaware County? Or did you know that the widespread impact of those grants are having? For example, did you know that the foundation dollars are helping to rehab homes in Eaton, build a health center in downtown Muncie, update equipment for firefighters in Gaston, expand library services both in Daleville and Yorktown, and the list goes on and on and on. And did you know that the foundation awarded almost $135,000 in scholarships to Delaware County students just this last spring? And did you by any chance know that since its launch, the foundation has distributed more than $30 million to agencies and programs right here in our hometown? That's what I call success. But there's a donor side as well. Did you know that at a time when our struggling economy has caused everyone to trim budgets, rethink priorities, the gifts to the foundation have increased at every level? For example, did you know that the number of donors has grown, and over the past year the number of new donors has more than doubled? And did you know that we have now 120 permanently endowed funds growing here in the Community Foundation? Again, that's what I call success. got you all on the boat. Where's that boat headed? Join me as we dream a little bit about the future. Join me as we perhaps fast forward and imagine the community as it could look like in 2015, 2020, and beyond. What might it look like? What might it have to offer? Here's what I imagine. I dream of a community with enough scholarships so all of our students who want to continue their education past high school have the funds to do it. I can imagine a community whose social service organizations no longer have to scramble for cash to meet the needs of their clients. I can see a community where the government, their education leaders, our businesses, and our social service agencies all work together in a collaborative way to solve the most pressing needs that we have right here at home. I can envision a community that supports its emerging musicians and artists, and then enjoys that wonderful culture that these talents provide. They're here. We'd love to see them. With me, a community that is known across the state and indeed across the nation as the place that invests in its youth. I can also see a community where economic development isn't a turf battle between competitors, but a place where jobs are created at such a pace that people want to move here, build homes, put down roots, and stay here. I know that may sound like pie in the sky, but if we can imagine it, we can make it happen. A key component of such a community is an organization with the capacity to forge partnerships, convene parties around the table, leverage funds, and enable philanthropy. An organization that looks a lot like the Community Foundation of Muncie and Delaware County.
Speaking of grant money, it's time to announce the names of the agencies that will share in a total of $25,000. To do those honors, please let me introduce the Foundation's Development Officer, who has done a masterful job, along with the Foundation's fabulous staff, in planning today's celebration. She was also the one who suggested that as part of our program, we should do what we do best, give money away. So please welcome Jean Kramer Crosby.
And the winner of a $10,000 grant is A Better Way Services.
Joining us today to help us celebrate our 25th anniversary celebration. It's because of you in this room, we are so pleased to be working so hard to try to raise assets at the foundation so we can help all of you and we can work together. You have made this day a very, very, very special event. We're looking forward to working with you very, very soon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.